My everything, oh God.
My name is Emmanuel Mwachukwu. By the grace of God, I serve as the Executive Director of Missions Aid International. That's the organization I want to introduce to you today. Missions Aid International, otherwise known as MAI, M-A-I, is a non-governmental organization registered in Nigeria for the purpose of providing solutions to some of the problems of poor, suffering, or neglected people and communities in Nigeria and in some other African countries. Since inception in 1996, MAI has carried out projects in 71 communities in 27 states of Nigeria and in 27 communities in 11 countries of Africa. In these communities, within and outside Nigeria, MAI provided community development services, free Medicare, free vocational training and empowerment, and then social welfare interventions. The vision of MAI is to go where others wouldn't go in order to touch needy lives, spiritually and physically, make peace, and assist in development of rural communities. Also, the mission statement of MAI is striving to make positive impact on unreached, poor, or neglected persons and communities in Africa, and improving their lives through projects of healthcare, education, training, community development, advocacy, and the Word of God. Out of the 71 Nigerian communities where MAI has worked, I want to tell the story of just 3 of these communities. And the first one is a community known as Itaka, located in Eton local government area of Cross River State. It took a visitor about 3 hours of local boat ride in those days to arrive at Itaka from Ikom. As at 1998, when this project was initiated, an 80-year-old indigene of Itaka was yet to see a bicycle for the first time in his or her life. We entered the land with free Medicare and welfare projects, alongside the strong preaching of the gospel of salvation. Since then, Missions Aid International has aided the location, the community, has aided the location of an international secondary school in Itaka in year 2003. And in April 2010, we constructed a jetty or harbor worth several millions of naira for Itaka people at their beachhead. These pilot projects in Itaka attracted the attention of the government of Cross River State, which went ahead to build a state school in Itaka, also built a hospital and an electrification project for the community. Also, a road has been constructed that finally connected Itaka by land to the rest of the world. The second community I want to talk about is called Gidangizo. Gidangizo is a Maguzawa community in Sumaila local government area of Kano State. Gidangizo people are believed to be among the original settlers of Kano State, but they were instructed by their forefathers never to accept Islam. And just like the Rechabites of Jeremiah 35, these people have fastidiously obeyed their forefathers and rejected Islam up till today. This has caused them so much, however, because the Sharia state government of Kano State has given it back to them strongly, and they ensure that no form of civilization enter the land of Gidangizo. All other villages around them have good roads, electricity, water boreholes, schools, hospitals, and even the mosques that were financed by the state government, while Gidan Gizo was left to remain like a bush without motorable roads and without any form of amenity whatsoever. The people of Gidan Gizo drank water from a well that they dug with their own hands. This water is milky in color, and when they drink it, they fall sick regularly. The people died of cheap sicknesses as they were not allowed to visit hospitals in neighboring Muslim villages unless they were willing to convert to Islam. Even their children too did not go to school at all for the same reason. This was the physical and spiritual state of these persecuted and abandoned people until God led Missions and International missionaries to discover them in the year 2006. Since then, their story has changed, and changed for the better. God has used Missions and International to provide the missing amenities in Gidan Gizo, including a water borehole, including a school, a clinic, and an electrification project that wired their houses and provided an electric generator for the community. Also, a big church has been built for the community, and a missionary family now lives among them and is teaching them how to live as true Christians. From this spot, this new church in Gidan Gizo has expanded and founded other baby churches around neighboring communities. The third community I want to talk about is Badagry. Badagry is a town sitting on the edge of the Atlantic Ocean and a border between Nigeria and the Republic of Benin. Badagry has a history that sadly ties it strongly and unforgettably to the transatlantic slave trade as the route through which hundreds of thousands of slaves were shipped to Europe and the Americas. In fact, history has it that most of the slaves, on their way to oblivion, they will turn and look back at the town of Badagry and they will curse the town. No wonder Badagry indigents rarely became Christians, and they were not known to be socially progressive either. By the time Missions Aid International took interest in Badagry in the year 2013, government presence was very scarce in Badagry. Nothing moved, nothing progressive came to Badagry. In fact, it was said that any church or company that posted a staff to Badagry, it was taken as a demotion and as a punishment. It was under this situation that Missions Aid International, working with a partner, Imani Bridges USA, chose to do a major transformational project in Badagry. Our mission in Badagry is to break the curse upon the land, to disciple the church leaders, to change the world view of the people, and to transform the land and the people educationally, socially, and spiritually. Work on this transformational project started in March 2016 with a mission outreach comprising of free Medicare, vocational training, and youth and children programs. Since then, this program has become an annual event. Each event saw about 40 to 50 to 60 blind patients benefiting from our surgery, cataract surgeries, free eye surgeries that perfectly restored their eyesight. The number grew from year to year. One of such beneficiaries of our eye surgery was a woman who had been blind for 40 years before she underwent our surgery, and by the grace of God, she began to see. In addition, over 3,000 people in Badagry have passed through our vocational training program, where several skills were taught, from computer training, to making of clothing, to making of soap and pomade, to making of insecticides, and all forms of other things like women's hats, fans, making shoes and all that. And each of these beneficiaries were encouraged to start businesses with what they had learned, and many of them did. We have a vocational school in Badagry where we train indigenes every other month, in several vocations as their interest underscores. We also initiated a leadership institute for training Badagry leaders, and about 275 Badagry leaders and pastors have benefited from this leadership training on church and society within the last 3 years. The good news is that the much desired transformation has already started on every side in Badagry. Many Badagry people have now become Christians also, and many indigenes have joined the pastor's class. Enthusiasm is high in Badagry as the city shows signs of improvement on every side, thanks to Jesus Christ, who came calling on Badagry with the Great Visitation Project of Missions Aid International. Irrespective of all the above testimonies of success in our transformational agenda for Badagry and her people, the major vision of Missions Aid International for lasting transformational impact in Badagry is for an educational institution that will pick up the children from their infancy and bring them up in the fear of God from crèche through primary school to the secondary school level. With the aid of donors, we have commenced the construction of this school, and we have even commenced academic activities with the unfinished structure since August 2018. With the children joining our school from infancy up to their teen ages, we expect to inculcate into them the knowledge, godliness, drive, and character that will make them world beaters and game changers. As a mission school, we are offering high-level education at affordable cost to the people. And we are also offering scholarships to many poor folks and children of dead missionaries. We look forward to attracting some aid that will help us complete the school building and also add muscle and expanded capacity to our work all over Nigeria in the areas of health, vocational training, education, and community development projects. Thank you so much as you look at this presentation and do the best you can do with it. God bless you.